All right, we're in the Ram today. I haven't done a video of the Ram in a while. I have my my union rep with me. Make sure I do things by the book. How are things looking over there? Pretty good? High five. High five. Thank you. Thank you. All right, so today, well, let's get in the car and I'll show you guys what our setup is because there's mosquitoes out here and I don't want to get hurt bitten by mosquitoes. That's better. Okay, so for years we've had the Pro Clip USA mounts in all of my vehicles, like 5 or 6 of them so far. And I'm going to switch over to the Peak Design mounts, and I'll give some reasons throughout the video here, but why I'm switching off from Pro Clip is they're big, they're plasticky, and as I move between like a more thin plastic case or a caseless setup to a super rugged setup, I have to loosen up these screws to move this in and out. And then if Heather and I go from like a small phone to a big phone, we have to change the case. We have to change this from like a different size. And it's just over time just kind of been difficult. So that and MagSafe/Qi2 charging, wireless charging, has gotten so good that we can, I get about 15 watts or 20 watts plugged into the USB-C down here on the Ram. But now with Qi2, it's like 15 watts all the time with Qi2. And it's, instead of having to plug this USB-C in all the time, there you go, Matilda, good job. We can actually just do wireless CarPlay through an adapter. So here's what we have today. We have this Peak Design Qi2 plate, recently released, with a 20 millimeter ball on the end of it. And we have a 20 millimeter Ram ripoff here. And then we have, Matilda is gone full driver mode here. Then we have this clamp, which I'm going to show you guys in a second, from offroam.com that I bought. I buy all my stuff full price. So, hi Matilda. So all this stuff is full price. And so, you know, I'm not repping it like a sponsored deal or anything. I'm just going to, so they rip this off and then we'll get into the install. All right, Matilda, you're standing all the way up. Hi. Okay, so we've removed the Pro Clip. The adhesive is still here though, because I want to apply it, but I probably should just take it off, honestly. Just remove that. Yeah, that was kind of lazy of me. So there's a little bit of groove here, so we've opened this up with the L key, so it's all the way open. We're gonna tuck this all the way in there. Make sure that's all good there. And then we're gonna take the L key and we're gonna tighten this down, and it should stick in there, supposedly. We'll see. It's actually like really in there. It's not moving at all. I didn't really over tighten it all. I started with this plastic, started to creak a little bit, and then I left it right there. So we have our USB-C, which I'm actually going to bring up into this little hole right here that we drilled before in the past. And then we'll attach this 20 millimeter ball joint, and then we'll attach the Peak Design mount. So the last step for me is going to be I'm installing this Ugreen 65 watt dual USB charger. Again, bought this stuff full price. That's going to go, this is just my plan, long-term plan. That's going to go down here in this plug. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to run the USB-C cable from down here up here, and then up this little thing here, and I'm basically gonna run it behind this. The way you do that is you just there's a screw under this that you grab that and then you pull it all back away. There's a video on how to do that. Basically run that USB-C cable from this plug up to the Qi2 charger. You can see how this kind of connects there like that. Peak Design does a really nice job with this. They include actually a USB-C cable, and they also include these like 3M sticky things that stick for cable management. So I'm gonna use those. So the wireless CarPlay adapter, which I'll show in the next clip, will be plugged into, be going that cubby right there. I'll stick it down with some 3M tape. It will plug into the USB-C here. My phone will be plugged into the power adapter down here that has 65 watts of USB-C running up behind the infotainment system here into that little same cubby. And then from there, that will give me you know, the maximum of 15 watts of Qi2 charging. Nice thing about this though is I can turn this and I can move this closer to me. I can move it up, in, whatever. I like things being low and tight. And I also like AC blowing onto the charging pads. It keeps heat low and the battery health better. All right, this is the first install, which is just getting, if you're just going to be running CarPlay, wired CarPlay, you would, instead of plugging in the Qi2 charger, you'll plug this into the bottom of your phone. I'm gonna be using wireless CarPlay. So let's carry on. Okay, we're all done. So here's my setup in the Ram 1500. I have the 65 watt charger down here. It's a little big. I probably should have gotten one that's thinner, but I wanted to have 65 watt with 2 ports, and it's just gonna hang out there. I have this running, and I'm gonna do some cable management on this after I'm confirmed that it all works, but basically this all runs up that way underneath there. And then also this guy here, you can use USB A or C, plugs into the one of the 4 CarPlay compatible slots. And then up top we have basically wireless CarPlay is working. So it's a little slower than wired. I know this being because my wife's car is the same way. She has wireless CarPlay and I just know it's slower. So when you click Overcast, it's a little slower. When you hit play, it takes a second to start. And then vehicles out when there you hit pause, there's a little bit of delay. It's like that in almost all the wireless CarPlay vehicles I've used. Over here we have the 20mm clamp from that company I'll link to below, a 20mm arm, and then the Peak Design Qi2 charger with this nice USB-C braided cable going into there. I can undo this and move this up or down. I kind of like it low. And then basically the iPhone, any case with MagSafe or a naked iPhone can just clamp right into here. If I hit a huge bump, it'll probably fall, but it's not enough to really be a problem. Just make sure in your car that this will turn off when the power's off, because Qi always has like a vampire draw of some sort. And I'm probably gonna get some sticky tape out of the garage. Again, once I know everything's working, I'll get some sticky tape out of the garage and stick this into here. I don't use that area at all. And then I will, oh, it looks nice there. Let me move this over to there maybe. And then I'll also be putting some little cable management clips that I showed you guys earlier in the video right here. But basically the new setup is that I get in, start the car, plop this onto here. Any phone will work now. I don't have to worry about case size or any issues with phone size. Just plop it on there. And then a few seconds later, the phone will connect to Wi-Fi and Bluetooth on this. It will take a little longer to connect to Wi-Fi and Bluetooth when I leave the house, because my phone will prefer the home connection of the Wi-Fi. So again, keep that in mind. Maybe in Android you can do preference to certain Wi-Fi networks as higher priority. But anyway, on iPhone, it's basically, wait till you leave the house, you lose Wi-Fi service, it connects to this thing, and then you're off you go. So yeah, pretty good setup, happy with it, and thanks for watching. Inevitably someone will ask what this is. This is a camera I have. So you see how this comes down here and goes into basically to the back of the truck. You can see it. Well, you can't really see it. This cable goes back there and up, and then it plugs in back there, and you can see there's a camera right there facing my baby. So the baby can not see she's being watched, but there's the camera facing her. So it's a nice little integration there. I had that just going into there like that. Pretty cool.